Okay, so we have, we are in the middle of live speech mapping. We've put the aids in and we've put our probes in as well. So we've got in 28 mils from the outside of the ear canal to make sure that the probe isn't sitting in standing waves, and we're going to get an accurate reading. So we're just going to run the live speech mapping for both aids, 45 at 65 and 85. There's going to be a bit of static noise coming out of the speaker in front of you. You can just remain looking at me, and then you're going to hear some different languages. So I think it's a combination of about 6. STS stimulus today. Normally I would run it for about 45 seconds to ensure that it stabilises and I get a true reading. But today I don't have the time to do that, so I'm just going to do a quick run through each.
Alors, il hade das Virus-Schleuders. En så vil du wenn ihr Hause bereits du fit, ist der Apparat mit der Lasche就是die Ballerze. Chaque mouvement bedeutet keine Danielle. Viel minder das. Vor Sonnen an der Frühling war, da wisse bleibt der Nordschleuders. Wo es wie was Hause wird. Finalmente der Fälle wieder verhüllte man. Nee, Thomas hat der hier nicht wollen. Und das hat er gemacht, vor fest Hegesheim. Final einig, wo man am wird. Keine war. La distanza da più ricca spiega la sua commitment. For the obvious is that.
Doing is I'm measuring exactly what's coming out of the hearing aid. So you can tell us what you hear, but what we want to measure is the output of the hearing aid as well. Okay. So the next one I'm going to do is going to be quite loud. So we'll just make sure we're nice and quiet for this.
Alors, il hade das Virus-Schleuders. En så vil du wenn ihr Hause bereits du fit, ist der Apparat mit der Lasche就是die Ballerze. Chaque mouvement bedeutet keine Danielle. Viel minder das. Vor Sonnen an der Frühling war, da wisse bleibt der Nordschleuders. Wo es wie was Hause wird. Finalmente der Stelle wieder verhüllte man. Nee, Thomas hat der hier nicht wollen. Und das hat er gemacht, vor fest Hegesheim. Final einig, wo man am wird. Keine war, la wisse en så der più ricca spiega la sua commitment. For the obvious is that. Einstein came along, was the avanced before. Then the step from Calendar Frau Tree. Final Uchra. Quand on fait tiens, Danielle. Der Nord ihr hört, il a un heure de voyage au lien.
Still feeling nice and comfortable?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now, when we established your cozy, you mentioned in there that you you ultimately wanted to be able to hear your grandchildren
Yes.
At your family functions. So with background noise, you struggle at the moment to hear your grandchildren. They've got quiet voices. So what we can do with these hearing aids is we can put in what is called a program or a memory. So what we're going to do is, for your everyday memory, which is the memory that your hearing aid is going to default to every time that you open and close that battery door and pop them in, it's going to go straight to your normal program, your program 1. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that your everyday program. So unless you're in a environment where you need to be reducing the background noise, you just keep it in program 1 for now. Okay, so I'm just going to set that. I'm going to leave that with a dynamic microphone, so that means it's going to pick up the dominant speaker in the room. So everyday situations, that's more than fine. I'm also going to put in a second program, which is going to be for crowd. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a directional microphone, or enable a directional microphone for that, so that wherever you are focusing on, or wherever you're facing, the hearing aid is going to pick up wherever you are facing, and behind you it's going to lower the background noise. Okay, so if you want to specifically speak to somebody, or your granddaughter or your grandson, you face them, and the microphone on the hearing aid is going to ensure that their conversation is dominant, and it's going to take or reduce that background noise down, which will be perfect for your family situation. So you just need to remember as well that if you are speaking to somebody in front of you and somebody speaks behind you, and you are in that program too, that you're probably not going to hear them or hear them as well as you would if you were in program 1. Okay?
Yep.
So we'll go through how to actually change the programs on your hearing aid. Unfortunately, because I'm synced into your hearing aids, you can't actually change it and hear what we call the indicators on the hearing aid at the moment, but I can play them through my computer. Okay?
Yes.
So when we are changing the memory, you are going to hear this tone. Turn that up.
1.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means that you're in your program 1. So that's your everyday program, your default program. Okay. When you move into program 2, it'll say 2. Okay. If you get a little bit stuck, or you're in a little bit of a circle and you're not sure which program you're in, just open and close your battery doors, and it will take you straight back to program 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you to take a hearing aid out if you can. I'm just going to show you how we change the program. Okay. So just on the back here, we have a little rocker switch. Okay. What you're going to do, either hearing aid, it doesn't matter, right or left, you're going to press and hold until you hear 1 or until you hear 2. Okay. That is going to change your memory. Okay. So program 1 is everyday listening situations, and program 2 is when you want to focus on a specific conversation with somebody and just reduce that background noise.
So like when you're out shopping, you can...
Yeah, so if you're at the checkout and you want to specifically be speaking to the lady that's in front of you, absolutely put that into program 2. It will definitely help you. Okay.
Yeah.
So while we've got the hearing aid out as well, I want to show you how to change the volume. So you do have a volume control. Okay, so if you're over at your brother's and the kids are getting a little bit rowdy and you're finding it just a little bit too much, you can turn down your volume on your hearing aid. Okay, and that's going to bring everything down.
Okay.
Or if you're in a situation and you think, oh, it's not quite loud enough for me, then you can always turn it up.
Okay.
Okay, So it is a little bit different to your programs. So your programs you can change on either hearing aid, and it's a press and a hold. Your volume control is for raising the volume on your right.
Okay.
Lowering your volume is on the left. So
Okay.
L for left, L for lowering, R for right, R for raising. That's how I suggest people to remember it. So instead of pressing and holding, what you're going to do is just a quick press, just a tap, just like that. Okay? And what you're going to hear when you tap it is that.
Okay, yes.
Okay? Beautiful. So I'll get to pop that one back in. There is another indicator that you'll hear. If you are quick enough to get the hearing aids in your ear, by the time it has a start-up tone, you'll hear this. But a lot of the time, you've closed the battery door, you're putting it into your ear and it's already gone. So if you are having any troubles with your hearing aids and you're not sure that they're working, it's a good troubleshooting mechanism is just to open and close the battery door and hold it up to your ear and just make sure that you can hear that start-up sound. One of the other indicators, or the last indicator, is your low battery. Okay, so like we discussed before, you should be getting a good week and a half with the batteries that you have in your hearing aid at the moment. And when the battery is getting low, you will hear
battery.
A nice American accent. Okay, and that means you've got about 15 minutes to change your battery before it dies. So I would suggest that you take some batteries, some spare batteries, leave them maybe in your handbag, on your glasses case, leave some at home, maybe at your brother's, at your daughter's, so you've got batteries everywhere just in case, because they will run out at the most inconvenient time. It's just how it happens.
As it always does.
Yes, absolutely. Beautiful. So do you have any questions so far?
No, I think it's just going to be a case of me wearing them and trying them and in different environments, see how I go with them. And if I have any issues with them, I can always come back and see you anyway. So
absolutely. So we have an open door policy. So if you have any questions or queries, no matter how small or big or silly you think they might be, you're more than welcome to either phone or drop in and discuss it with us. I'm here 5 days a week, so I'll always be here to help you out. In regards to batteries, they're always available here as well. If you can't get to the clinic, we can always send them out to you. By post, we do that quite a bit. But you're local anyway, so you can just drop in and grab some. If you want to go through any of the cleaning techniques, if you're having any problems with getting your whisker through your tube or cleaning your moulds or anything like that, even changing your batteries, if one of the clinicians isn't available, both the ladies at the front are trained to help you with that as well. So if you, like I said, if you're going past, don't hesitate. Don't think, oh, you don't want to go in there and be a nuisance. Just drop in and we'll help you with whatever you need.
not a problem.
Okay. So I hope we've gone through everything today and I've answered all your questions. I do recommend that you wear your hearing aids for a minimum of 3 hours a day. Because your brain hasn't been accustomed to hearing these sounds, we really need to make sure that we're putting the hearing aids in and we're making the brain adapt to these sounds that it hasn't heard for a while. Okay, so if you get headaches or you're feeling a little bit fuzzy or like it's tiring you out, then take them out, give yourself a break. But I do recommend at least a minimum of 3 hours a day be wearing them. Specifically around dinner time or when the kids are over, or if you're going out. If you're home in the garden, then that's okay. But definitely try and wear them in the situations that you need them the most.
All right.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Do you have any further questions at all?
No, I don't. I'm quite happy with everything.
Good.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.